Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is episode 18. I thought I wasn't going to call it episodes, but it is. It's episodes. And so I wanted to say good morning to you. I hope that you all are juicing and enjoying juicing. I hope that some of you are eating your fruits and your vegetables raw, fresh, cooked, so that you can get the fiber from the fruits and vegetables into your intestines so that everything can flow out smoothly. We do know that when we juice, we're getting all the nutrients from the fruits and vegetables, but the fiber goes into the fiber container. And so we have to remember that we do need to um, make fruit salads or make a vegetable salad and add the fruit in it. I wanted to say to you all today, yay, it's a beautiful sunny day here in Virginia, and I am excited to be here. I have been up since what time today? About 6:30, and had my time with the Lord and learned some amazing things. And the question has come up to me, why do you talk about God so much in your shows? Well, my answer is why not? He's my dad. He's the one that healed me of cancer and gave me the wisdom and the grace, his power, his unmerited favor came up on me. He wrapped himself around me and said, "You can do this." And so I want to say to you all that I do these shows not only for you, with him in mind. I keep him in mind. He's always on my mind because the scripture says, if you keep your mind stayed on me, I will keep you in perfect peace. Who doesn't want perfect peace in the midst of what's going on around us, in the midst of what's going on in the world, worldwide? Everybody is dealing with some type of tragedy, some type of calamity. But God said, in the midst of it all, I'll keep you in perfect peace. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning, peacekeepers. Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. I am so glad to be here. I got some company with me today. No, it's not Friends on Fridays, but I did some things for me. Remember, I told you all that we were doing the pomegranate juice, and so I had to go to the store, not the pomegranate, but the antioxidant drink. And when I was in the store, I realized that they're starting to put out the plants for the summer for people who do gardens or whatever. And in my new home, welcome to my new home, guys. I have a window, and it's a pretty deep window where I can grow my herbs. So I thought, why not? When I saw my buddy, I have cilantro over there and I have parsley. So I'm growing in my window. I have them in bowls right now. But look at my cilantro. So I realized that cilantro is kind of a weepy plant. It just won't stand up straight. And when I talk to it, it kind of, the leaves were either spread out or they'll do something. That's just what I think. Just wanted y'all to know what's going on over here. So now I will have fresh cilantro grown in my windowsill when I use cilantro in the juices. And then here's the parsley, and it says to that it's put in the best soil. So my husband's going to get me some pots from the other house, and I'm going to transfer these or I'm going to transfer them into larger pots so that they can grow. But look at that parsley. Now I can't smell them. They really don't have a smell. The cilantro, I guess once I cut it, then the smell from the stems of it will come through. So they're going to go back in the window, but that's my buddy. And of course, guys, y'all know that I decided to keep this poster with me all the time because this is who we are. This is the part of us that we're working on, not the part that we see all the time. This is the part that we're working on, okay? And it's just so many things that's in my head today that I want to get out to you and get this juice done quickly. But I want to say to y'all, don't forget, love on yourself. Love you. Love on yourself first. You are the most important person in the world to God. You are. So if you're that important to him, be that important to yourself. All right? I'm so excited. Today's juice, we're going to juice a hydrating juice. Some of us, after sometimes we don't put enough liquids in, we don't put enough water in, or those of you who are working out, I have not started a workout regimen yet. But for those of you who do work out, this juice is a hydrating juice that we're going to do. Pineapples, 2 pineapples, Rosedale, 3 grapefruits, and that powerful antioxidant pomegranate. So I have 2 pineapples, 3 grapefruits, and 1 pomegranate already seeded, already prepped. And I have 2 jars today because I believe that this one is going to yield a lot of juice. I tell y'all what, I enjoyed so much the antioxidant drink on yesterday, and I wanted to do the popsicles to show y'all what they look like, but I didn't pull them out, so I'm going to save that when I have the little children here. Don't forget, tomorrow is Friends on Fridays, and I have a special friend that's coming. I was praying, and I was like, God, who's going to do Friends on Fridays? We started this, and we have to follow through on what we start. And so somebody called me yesterday. Well, they texted me and said, I'll see you tomorrow Friday. And I thought, whoa, yes, Lord. So I get excited about the littlest thing. But anyway, got a lot of housekeeping to do today, which is make sure that I cover everything that I'm supposed to cover in this episode. One, make sure you go to the description box. If you don't have your Breville juicer, make sure that you order your Breville juicer. It's the juice of my choice. It's like people say, this is the drug of my choice. Well, juicing is the drug of my choice. It does so much for my system that I love it, and it gives me that energy, that boost, all those nutrients, all those what else? We get fiber from it. We get everything that we need. We get the minerals from it, and so we get all that we need for our body. So this juicer is my juicer of choice. I don't know what your juicer of choice might be, but this one works pretty good for me. I have no complaints about it. Yeah, if I did complain, it would be that, can somebody else clean up after me? Maybe one day that'll happen. But anyway, so make sure you go to the description box. I wanted to tell y'all too that the juicer is in there. The Brazil nuts are in there. And I showed you all the other day the packet that the Brazil nuts come in. And so this is the bag, nice little resealable bag, but I keep them, I open them, keep them on my counter so that I can remember, throw them in my snack bag when I'm going to work. My husband snacks on them at night. And so we are, we're just trying to make sure that we stay healthy, make sure that we do at least 90% healthy ingredients going into our inner man so that we can be okay. Then we have up there the lipospiric vitamin C, because the body does not make vitamin C. So some of us may need that extra boost, especially with COVID still being out there, it being flu season, children going to school. When you make your juice, you can give them a packet so that you build up their immune system to fight against disease. The other thing that's in there that you can order for yourself, and I don't know, I feel like I'm doing a commercial, but these are things that I've tried and I like it. So last night my seaweed came in. Now you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 20 packets of seaweed. And remember that the seaweed is one of the things that puts iodine back in your body, which also helps with your thyroids and also helps speed up that metabolism. So that's that's a mouthful right there. But look, you got all of the things that you needed for today to get you going. Go in that description box, order those items so that you can begin to have a better quality of life. Loving yourself, learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Remember, that was a theme song to Muhammad Ali's movie that Whitney Houston sung that song. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Yeah, learning to love yourself is the greatest gift. It is the greatest gift for you. When you love yourself, you can do exploits. When you love yourself and not put all of that energy and all of that time into somebody else that's not giving it back to you, Don't waste your time doing that. That's just a tip for our single ladies. And I'm talking about the young single ladies. My mom used to say, ain't no food like an old fool. So I'm not talking to the older single ladies. I'm talking to the young single ladies that want to give all of their energy and all of their effort into a relationship, but they're not loving themselves and finding out and discovering the beauty of who they are. That's enough on that. Remember, we started yesterday because this is something that the Lord had told me to do, that we should have a confession. This is not church, but this is my ministry. And I'm going to tell y'all, I love spending my time with God. So we're going to read this together. All right. I am the temple of God. I will care, I will care for his temple. I will read his word every day. I am being transformed every day. My sins have been forgiven. God works through my entire being as I yield to him. I give him the right of way in my life. I give him total access in my life. He says I am righteous, so therefore I am righteous. I am morally made right because of his death and resurrection. I will search the scriptures to become more like him. He says I am sanctified by his blood, therefore I am sanctified, which means I am set apart and free from sin. He has made me holy. I will search the scriptures and learn what holiness means to him. And because of this, I have the fullness of the Holy Spirit living inside of me. That's why I care for my body. Amen. I tell y'all what, that for me, that for me, everybody, that really blessed my life. So the next thing I wanted to tell y'all, I am speaking at Regeneration Outreach Christian Center on February the 10th at 7 o'clock. And I told y'all I would get that information to you. I am close to the camera because I'm going to put this address up for you. So for those of you who are in the Newport News, Virginia area, come out to the workshop that we're going to be doing there. I think it's a blessing to this congregation that the pastors care enough about them to have someone to come in to talk to them about cancer prevention. Don't wait till you get diagnosed. Listen to the information and protect your body. So that's ROCC. We call it ROC, Regeneration Outreach Christian Center, 13632 Warwick Boulevard, Newport News, Virginia, 23602. Pastor Ronald Lassiter and Lady-elect Sandy Lassiter. I hope to see you all there. And I thank you and I appreciate you for allowing me to do everything that we need to do. I guess this would be called our commercials. I don't know. But I want y'all to know that we're doing a juice, a thirst quencher juice. That's what I want to call it. But we're going to go over those things that we need. Remember, there's 6 nutrients needed by our bodies daily. We need protein. Protein is needed for building and repairing and keeping us resistant to infections. Protein come in things like lean meat, poultry, eggs, fish, and dairy. All right. Carbohydrates needed for energy. We need those. We encourage eating whole grains, fruits, nuts, vegetables. Eliminate. Cast it out. Remove it from your diet. White sugar and white flour variety foods. That's what I'm asking y'all to eliminate this week. I want to say to y'all, I may seem like I give the impression that I've always been a slim person. I don't think that I'm that slim. I'm, what am I, 5'9"? And at my last weighing, I weighed 173 pounds. So now, when I was diagnosed with cancer, y'all, I was up to 190 pounds. I was eating my way to death. I was killing myself. And I want to say to you, nobody, none of my friends, nobody in my family said, you getting big. And I think that I don't know if that's the proper way that we should approach people, but I think that we should check each other and love on each other enough to say, make sure you watch your weight. Make sure you watch what's going on with you. Maybe you're so busy that you haven't weighed yourself lately. Weigh yourself. And is that the number on the scales that you want? Is that what you want? Is that the size that you want to be? I know when I got to 190 pounds, I was in a size 16. And I learned every 10 pounds that you lose, you drop a dress size. So when I was at 190, I was a 16. When I came back down to 180, I was in a size 14. So now I'm at 170, so I'm in a 12, supposedly, but I still wear 14s. That's my go-to size because I'm very comfortable in that. I don't like clothes that are tight fitting to me. And one thing that I learned from Barbara O'Neill was that when you wear very tight fitting clothes, things that are binding to you, it restricts your organs and everything from functioning the way that they should. That's a tip for us, okay? Didn't know I was going there this morning. But fats also supply energy. So we need 9 calories or 9 grams of fat today. And we have to try to stay away from the bad fats. And I told y'all the good fats because I don't want to talk about what's bad. I want to tell you what's good because we already know what's bad is what we've been doing to our body. So obviously it's not been working. So I'm going to just tell y'all the good stuff, what we can do, what we can have. Avocados are very, very good for us. That's a really good fat. Spread that on your toast. And I use Ezekiel bread when I fix my food. Now, tomorrow also, I'm going to give y'all a little hint. We got somebody coming that's going to fix frittatas. Now, they won't be for me because, again, I'm fasting, but they're going to prepare breakfast for my hubby. And he loves eggs. So isn't that amazing? That they suggested I'll do frittatas, whatever a frittata is. But anyway, it's an egg dish. That's all I know. So, but coconut oil. And I believe that there's a link for coconut oil in the description box. It's Bronner's coconut oil. It's what I cook with. Whenever I do a cookout in the summer, I simmer my corn on the cob in the coconut oil with some Parmesan cheese, black pepper, and a little bit of Celtic salt. Celtic salt is in the description box as well. Celtic salt puts 62 trace minerals back in your body. The same minerals, the same fluid that's in our brain that keeps our brain functioning, that Celtic salt produces those same minerals for us. Just some tips today to let us know that we can eat good, we can eat well, we can eat the same stuff. We're just cooking it with different ingredients. I'm telling y'all, from 190, and when I first started to detox, I went from 190, and in 2 weeks I had lost 10 pounds because God's grace was on me to stop all the bad things that I was putting in my body. And you know what, y'all? I didn't have somebody to coach me like you. Yes, I had Barbara O'Neill, but she wasn't telling me day to day what I needed to put in my body. She explained to me what wrong foods would do to my body, but she didn't have a list of foods that I could eat. So I'm giving y'all that benefit here, that what you can eat, what you can put in your body. You can eat anything but refined sugar, white flour, and white rice. Now check that out. So if you know that your macaroni and cheese that you like, you love macaroni and cheese, I didn't say you couldn't have it. Change the type of noodles that you cook it with. I use vegetable noodles to cook my macaroni with. That's it. I just changed the ingredients that I'm cooking with. And I went from 190 to 163. And now that I have started to eat certain things, I do my sweeteners. I use stevia. I use maple 100% maple syrup. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. I use honey. And I wanted to tell y'all too, a friend of mine, I got to go off camera because we're unscripted. So this is just coming up now, what I cook with and what I eat with, because I want y'all to know that next month we're going to start cooking. We're going to juice and cook. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but maybe on Fridays I'll just cook and the 4 days in the week we'll juice. But look, a friend of mine, and I want to say this because I love to see, I'm not racist, but I love to see when Black people are stepping out and they are focusing on more than just foolishness and things that people think we focus on sometimes. We get a bad rap, but there is a Black bee farmer. He's from Virginia, but now he lives in Atlanta. And this is his bee, a dear, dear friend of mine. This is her brother's company. And I am going to put his, I think it's his email or his website. I'm going to put that in the description box today as well. But this is the honey that I use. You're talking about really, really good, and honey is good for you. Let me remind you, for those of you who have babies and small children, children under 1 year old can't have honey because there's something in it. I don't know what it is, but it does something to their digestive system. We don't want to give this to babies, okay? But babies, their immune system is already right for some. And so you want to make sure that you take care of your children as well. But I'm going to keep this on the table somewhere. Let's see. I'm going to keep it. Well, I can't, but I'm going to sit it right here. And it will be in the description box. But that's a black bee farmer in Atlanta. And one day, I don't know when, we might do a Friends on Friday down in Atlanta. Who knows? Because I'm ready for a road trip. The weather's going to start changing in a minute. It's going to be warming up. And I am ready to hit the road. May see you in South Carolina, Mardale. I don't know. But I'm ready to hit the road, guys. All right, vitamins. We need those vitamins. That's where we're getting from our fruits and vegetables. Minerals include calcium. Remember, we talked about there are certain foods that pull the calcium from us. And I learned this. When we eat those foods like the spinach, like the kale, that will pull the calcium from us, what we do is we eat the foods that will pull calcium from the body. And then in 2 more hours, let's say your snack for later, you eat calcium rich foods, and then it balances everything out. So you have something that's giving you certain nutrients, certain minerals, but it's also a calcium blocker. So then you get those foods that are calcium rich and you eat those 2 hours later, or vice versa. Put the calcium in, and then you can have the other one that may block that calcium. But make sure you're getting your foods that are high in calcium. So especially for those of you who are suffering from osteoporosis or bone disease, brittle bone disease, those things. You need, and last but not least, you need your water. We need to drink our water. We need to drink our water. One thing that I have not done in the last couple of days, I haven't had my lemon water, my warm lemon water to raise my pH levels, but my pH levels are always being raised every time I eat I drink my fresh juice, I eat my fresh fruit. So my pH levels are being raised. Remember, we're raising our battery because it died. And some of us had gotten really, really sick. So now, I don't know about you, but I feel great. I feel really, really good. Now, at the end of the day, at 65 years old, about 8 or 9 o'clock, if I sit down, because I am high energy from about 6:30 to about 9 o'clock at night, homegirl is falling asleep. Even in a conversation, I'll fall asleep. My oldest son, who did Friends on Friday with me, does not understand that. But he'll live to 65 and older, and he'll get to see what happens when you start to age and you get up early and your battery is high, and then it's just time to go to sleep. All right, guys, talking about circulation this morning. Don't forget that we need to get our blood flowing and circulating. You know, the blood in the body renews every 3 days. So it's like there's a cycle here and it's going through and it's flushing out those bad toxins that have gotten into the bloodstream, and it's flowing back in because we're putting the nutrients and the minerals back in, the vitamins that we need. And the blood is saying, okay, we need that because we need to circulate so that you can have good circulation. And one of those things that we can have is walnuts. So now add walnuts to your diet. You don't have to eat a lot of them. Get your handful of walnuts. And some people say nuts are fattening. Some people say I have an allergic reaction to walnuts. They make welts in my mouth. Well, then chop it up really, really fine and sprinkle it and mix it with some yogurt or something so that you can get your circulation going. You want your circulation. You want your blood to circulate through the body, right? Get on a trampoline. If you don't have, I have a mini trampoline. When I was diagnosed with cancer, everything that people suggested that I saw that I needed, because my lymph fluids were clogged, I didn't sweat under my arms. This was a problem. And so I had to get everything circulating in my body. A dear friend of mine blessed me with a sauna. We bartered. I did some things for her and she gave me a 2-person sauna. Look at how God blessed me. And I would just sit in that sauna and I loved it. My grandson, when he would come over, of course, that's my buddy. Y'all will get to meet him this summer. But Grandma, can I get in the sauna with you? Yeah, you can get in there by yourself. You just can't stay in there a long time. And he enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And so, yeah, God is amazing. Ah! So you have walnuts, garlic, pomegranates, fatty fish, beets, cayenne pepper. Those are the things that help with circulation. So now we're going to move on to the benefits of what we are juicing today. Grapefruit. Here we are. Again, it's 3 grapefruits, Rosedale. There, and they are nice and cold. My hands were getting numb because, like I said, I keep the temperature up in the refrigerator so everything can stay nice and cold when I juice it. So the benefits of the grapefruit. Here we go. Heart health, gut health. So, heart health. Fiber-rich foods can reduce inflammation and ease high blood pressure. So, you need to eat the grapefruits more than juice the grapefruits because you need that pulp that's coming off of the grapefruit. So, what you should do, and I should do, we should take a half a section and eat that. Put that in your snack bag today. But juice your grapefruit. I am going to juice the entire thing because I don't get to eat till later. So I'm going to juice all of mine, and I may save and have a citrus pulp um, muffin when I start making muffins. And then, listen to this. It's good for gut health. Fiber helps prevent constipation and encourages beneficial bacteria growth. So 2 things. It's a lot of fiber in that grapefruit. It's that pulp in there. It helps with your cholesterol levels. Eating plenty of fiber can help low density lipoprotein or the LDL cholesterol in check. It keeps it in check. Just the grapefruit. Y'all, we are getting so healthy and we're finding out that when this is your prescription. Oh, I've been diagnosed with high cholesterol. Hey, your prescription. Go get you some grapefruits. Go get you some grapes. Yeah, go get you some pomegranate. Yeah. Look, guys, it's all here. Our Father is so brilliant. What I read today, and I say, Daddy, you so cool. You so smooth with how you do what you do. That's why I have to talk about him because he saved my life. He just didn't save me from cancer. He saved me from immaturity. He saved me from lack of knowledge. He saved me from being a little kid until I was 63 years old. Come on. You know, a lot of people don't want to tell the truth. A lot of people don't want to tell that they're not mature on all points. I certainly am not. That's why I like being like a little kid when I come and do these episodes because my dad, he allows me to have that childlike faith when I come to him. But he told me, he said, you know what? My weakest point in my life, people thought that weakness that it looked like on the outside. This is a word, y'all. Y'all ready for it? He said that weakness to man. He said I was at my strongest when I was hanging on that cross. You want me to say it again? Our Father, those of us who are his church, his body, he said, at my weakest point, I was stronger than any man. And I will exchange that when you come and hang out with me. He said, my weakness is my strongest point when I died on the cross. And everything that I died on the cross to give you, I came to give you power. I came to give you life more abundantly. I came to set you free from poverty, sickness, and disease, from anything that you possibly may lack. My strength, I'm going to exchange that for you. I'm exchanging. So every time we go in his presence, every time we confess his word, there's an exchange going on. You better believe that, you better know it. And after a while, the more you speak his word over your life, you're going to see, you're going to be so transformed that when you look back over your life, you're going to know it was nothing but the blood and the power of God. Whew, that took something from me, y'all. Oh, Father, I thank you. Father, I thank you. He is so good. He is so wonderful. He is so amazing. He is a good, good Father. And we love him. I know I do. Why do I talk about him so much? Oh, taste and see. Oh, taste and see how good he is. Woo, woo, woo. I feel him, y'all. I could just shout right here, right there. Oh, taste and see how good he is. He is good. He is a good father. I'm going to give him some praise right here on this point. He is good. And everything that he did for us, he says, come on, get close to me. I'm going to reward you. When you draw nigh to me, I'm going to draw nigh to you. When you draw closer to me, I'm going to get closer to you. You will not recognize yourself. You will not recognize your life when I get finished with you. And then he says, now, I'm still not finished with you. Look at you. Look at you willing to watch this video with this lady. You're willing to change. He's saying you keep it up. You keep doing it. And you're going to see a change in your life. You're going to see a change for the good. You're going to see yourself, your whole body, your whole insides, your whole, what was once sickness and disease will be transferred to health and healing and soundness of mind. Yeah, that's why I talk about him. Now I'm going to calm myself back down. So did I answer the question for those of you who don't believe that he is who he say he is? Oh, he going to show you something. But he only shows it to those who are interested. He said, come on into the secret place. Let me tell you some of my secrets. So when you step out of here, people will wonder, what happened to her? What happened to him? Oh my God, just 2 years ago, they were down in the dumps. Yeah, but I went into the secret place with the Most High God, where I abide. Okay. I'm going to stop right there. Grapefruit helps with weight management. Why? It's not that the grapefruits will cause you to lose weight or cause you to lose belly fat. Grapefruits are full of fiber. So that means that you feel full and you feel full longer. So then you will not be eating. You got to talk to yourself and you got to tell yourself, I just finished eating. I'm full. Have you ever done this? I know I did before, when I was very toxic, before cancer. I used to sit and eat a full meal. And after I finished eating, I was still eating. Why? Because everything that I was eating was dead food, meaning it had no nutritional value. All the nutrients had been cooked out, baked out, fried out. So it had no nutritional value. That's a tip for somebody because you're feeling that way. I told you, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry about where you are. We on our way. We're on our way to the other side of being fabulous and fly. That's what we are. That's where we're on our way to. Why? Because we're changing how we think about food. We're changing the mindset of food. Why is it that every time I eat, then I'm hungry? Because the food is dead. It has no life. We're going to have life-giving food. That's why you drink your juice in the morning. That's why you have your juice at lunchtime. That's why you have your juice at dinner time. Because it is filling you up. Now we know, eat a piece of grapefruit before you have your breakfast or with your breakfast. You'll feel full and the nutrients are there. You know what it says, the 5 things that we need to put in our body. If we put all of those things in there and the fresher they are, the better they'll be for us. Then you'll feel full. Then you will feel full. And people won't say, God, you just ate with your greedy self. It's not that. It's not that you're greedy. You're not greedy. You are not greedy. You just didn't put the nutrients in your body that your body needed to feel full and to feel satisfied. You didn't satisfy the cells. And so the cells are looking around saying, wait. I need something else. Put something else in here. But when you eat a nutrient-rich diet, then you'll feel full and you'll feel satisfied. How you like me now? Grapefruits, again, vitamin C. Again, in addition to the fiber, grapefruits have more in store. They have, like oranges and other citrus fruits, are high in vitamin C. In fact, one whole or medium grapefruit provides you with 100% of your vitamin C. Now, can't tell you, look at that. So, for those of you who don't have the monies to buy this, because one box of this is like, I don't know, it's close to $40. It's a 30-day supplement that you would get. But look at this, y'all. Just get you one grapefruit. And then you get your full serving of the vitamin C that you need, plus your fiber to help you to feel full. Haha, feeling full already. Grapefruits also have another benefit, vitamin A. Vitamin A is really good for eye health. That macular degeneration that a lot of y'all are dealing with, that glaucoma, all of that stuff is lack of vitamin A. Grapefruits. Come on, y'all. Let's take care of our bodies. Let's do some things. Let's be productive instead of popping pills. That's a quick fix, but you are really destroying some parts in your body. I'm not telling you to come off your medication. That's for your doctor to tell you that. But start juicing, start eating right, start taking care of yourself, and the doctor's going to pull you off of it because your numbers are going to change. Uh, let's see. Now, what I read today, and I already told y'all that you have to eat the fruit in order to get the fiber. We talked about the benefits of pomegranate, rich in antioxidants, right? So we know that these are the pomegranates I've already prepped, already seeded and ready to go in the juice. And let's see, we're at 36 minutes. I've got to pull it out, y'all, in a minute. They're a good source of fiber, but those pomegranates, the antioxidants, lower your blood pressure. Why? Because it's going in and causing that circulation. Remember, pomegranates cause the blood to circulate in the body so that you will not get the numbness in your fingers or in your feet, because you are having circulation now. You're having something that stimulates the blood, and you're being able to not have neuropathy, because that's what I was told, that if I did the chemo, the doctor told me, it's amazing to me what people will say to you in order to convince you to put more money in their pocket to cause them to live well. But it would cause neuropathy. And I did not know that. That means that I would have no more feeling in the tips of my fingers and in my toes. What? And I'm going to agree to this because I don't want to change my diet. I'm frowning about it. Yeah, I got an attitude about it. You want me to put a chemical in my body that's going to give me neuropathy, which means the blood will stop flowing to the tips of my limbs, which means eventually then they would have to be cut off. Are you kidding me? I will not agree to that. I did not agree to it. And I told the doctor, I said, well, I can't. He said, which means you would not be able to do fine needlework if you like doing needlepoint or sewing or things like that. You won't be able to do that anymore. Excuse me. Let me get a little bit closer. I said to him, well, I'm a seamstress. So I don't think that would be a good idea. You know what he said? Then you have to change professions. Ooh, I was about to say something right there. And I looked at him, and that's when he said to me, if you don't do chemo, you'll die a slow, painful death. And that's when my father kicked in. And remember I told y'all when the curse causeless, he tried to curse me with that. And those words came and took those words like a bird flying away from me. That did not stick to me. It didn't even penetrate my thoughts. It didn't even haunt me at night, because my dad came and captured those words and says, no man taketh your life. You lay it down when you ready, baby. Have you ever been in a hospital and somebody is dying? I heard this story the other night, and the man's wife was dying, and the nurse came and said, she's staying until you release her. And she said, climb in the bed with your wife and let her go. And when he released her, tears were going down both their faces. This is a true story. I just heard it the other night from somebody that I know. And then a few hours later, She was released with God. No man takes your life. That's the power. I'm telling you, when you get in the secret place with God, there's some power. He's giving you his resources. He said, my weakness is stronger than man, and I want to give you my strength so that you can move forward in this life, so that nothing shall by any means hurt you. I've given you power over all the powers of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. So when a doctor, somebody that you trust, speaks death over you, you have to say to yourself, you don't even have to debate with them. All you have to do is say, Father, I thank you because your word have I hid in my heart that I won't sin against you. Now, he thinks I'm sinning by not obeying him, but he didn't create this body and he doesn't really know how it really functions. But God said again, taste and see my children, my sons and my daughters. I got something for you. Some good things are coming from you trusting what this woman of God is saying to you. When you trust and obey God, that's when you have victory. Pomegranates. They lower blood pressure. They slow cancer growth. They are a good source of fiber. Again, you get your vitamin C from the pomegranates. It helps your immune function. You see, chemo kills the immune system. So why would I put something in my body that gives me neuropathy, that stops circulation, that stops my immune system from functioning properly, that will fight off sickness and disease? Why would I be counterproductive to this body, this temple that God gave me? No, 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 no. Again, it helps inflammation. When you are people who work out, and I can't wait to get out there and start walking with my neighbors in my new neighborhood. I'm telling y'all, God bless me from obedience. From obedience. If I obeyed him in this, he said, come on, let me take you somewhere else. Got something else for you, but you got to obey me. You got to do it my way. I promise you, when you obey God, now don't get freaky, don't get crazy, because I used to think that God told me that I was going to marry somebody else's husband when I was married. Don't get freaky and stupid. I'm saying that word stupid. You are lying to yourself. God is not going to tell you that you're going to marry somebody else's mate. He's not going to do that. So stop. Go to God. Cry out to God. Put yourself on a fast so that you can die, because that's what I had to do in that season in my life. Here I am from obeying God, from obeying God. He even told me when I went on the fast, he said, I didn't give you that. This was over 15 years ago. He said, I didn't give you that, but I did give you this. No, 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 no. I take it back. That's over 25 years ago. When I started my business, he said, I didn't give you somebody else's husband, but I did give you this business. Hello? I'm giving you life and life more abundantly. I'm not taking you down a road of death. Sometimes people sit at home and wish death on other people. No, no, I'm not going there today, because my heart gets heavy because I know the hell I went through in believing a lie. When you believe a lie, then you have no productivity in your life, because you're sitting and waiting for something to happen that will never happen. It was never intended for you. And that's why your life is stuck, because you are hoping that something happens to somebody else. I know I did it. And guess what? I was stuck. No productivity, no life, because I was stuck in my mind. Isn't that what Satan comes to do? He comes to kill, he comes to steal, and he comes to destroy. What does he come to destroy? Your walk with God, and you're having an abundant life, and you're having a good time in this life. I'm telling y'all what, I'm having a good time in my home that my husband bought for me, in my home. Yeah, yeah, that I get to decorate, that I've gone in people's homes for 25 years, decorating their homes, reupholstering their furniture, hanging blinds, making curtains for others. And now God said, it's your time, baby. It's your time, because you came and you got the secret formula. I got to keep moving, y'all. These pomegranates improve heart health. They give you the carbohydrates. Remember, we need carbs. We need carbs. That means that it's giving you the sugar that you need to give you the energy that you need. All right. So that is that. I think it's the grapefruit, the pomegranate, and then the other one is pineapple. But the pineapple we know are rich in vitamin C. rich in fiber, give us all the nutrients that we need, but all of these are hydrators. Now, I don't know how I got over there, and it seems like these episodes are going into an hour, and you know what? I don't mind, because somebody needs help. And when we lie to ourselves, we are derailing our own lives. We are slowing up what it is that God really has for us. When we're sitting and wishing and hoping that this would happen to somebody, or that would happen to somebody, or I'm going to be with that person, when there are thousands of people out there that could be your mate. You see, let me say this to you single women that are wanting a mate. When God came to me, because I had backslid, I had been married, I went through a divorce, a horrible divorce. My husband left me for, let's see, at the time we were about 27 years old. He left me for a 16-year-old. It wasn't meant to be. That was not intended for me. And I sat and I turned away from God because I was immature. I was a child. And this is how the enemy comes in when we're children, because we don't have people that can speak into our lives like I'm doing today, who would tell us the truth about the journey with God. But I remember hearing God's voice, and he said, you need to come back home. And I said to him, I said, God, I can't do single and saved, meaning I don't want to, if I'm going to be saved, then I don't want to sleep around. I want to have a husband that loves me for me, because I am a piece of work. Now, if you give me that, then I'm going to turn my life over to you, and I'm going to serve you for the rest of my life. Well, that was in December of 1987. February 1st of 1988, I went on a blind date with my husband, because I prayed and I asked God for the man that I got, the man that I've been married to for 34 years. So I'm saying to you all, go to God, ask him, tell him what you want. We need to stop playing with this. Just because you see somebody that you think you may be a better fit for that person, you're not in that house. I'm anointed for my husband. He's anointed for me. And there it is. It's just that simple. Go and ask God for your mate, for your business, for anything that it is that you desire. What is it that you want? Today, God is saying, ask me of things to come concerning my sons, concerning the work of my hands. Command ye me. It's a relationship. He's not going to give you a lot of things to do, and then you don't go back and negotiate the terms of what it is, his request. That's not a good relationship. That's a slave and a master. No, this is a father, daughter, son, father-child relationship. He is my father. He is my dad. And I love him, and he loves me. And he loves you just as much. He loves you just as much. But he is not going to allow you to have somebody else's mate, because then there would be a disruption in the system, in the spirit, in the natural. There would be a disruption of things when we come in. Don't be deceived by Satan. That's why we're detoxing. See, I was very toxic when I was wanting somebody else. There were some things going on in my personal life that I wasn't mature enough to take to God and understand and wait on him to show me what to do. That's why I was in pursuit of someone else. Could it be that in your life that there's some things that's not working for you, and you want a quick fix, an easy fix? You want what somebody else has because they appear to be happy, or you think that you have the goods to be better for that person. No, no, no. There's some other issues going on deep, 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 deep in our souls. And when we don't take those things to God, we can be confused and we can be off. And we'll also be stagnant. And stagnant waters stink. Stagnant waters stink. And I was stinking. And I was funky. And I was toxic. And cancer was building up in my body. And the enemy had me distracted over somewhere else. All right, y'all, let's make this juice, because I've gone too far now. But I don't think so. I think it's the direction God wanted me to go in. I love you guys. Please love on yourself, because juicing is loving on yourself. Juicing is cleaning out all that toxic waste that's just lying in your blood, lying in your cells, lying in your arteries. We're flushing it all out, but we're also flushing out the toxic waste that's been dormant in our minds, and we can't seem to get a breakthrough. Breakthrough came today. You just have to obey. I know I told y'all that the sound is muffled when I juice. I'm going to put a grapefruit in there because I want that juice to get mixed up in there pretty good. Uh-oh. Lord, I love you. Yes, I love you. How I love you. Trying to wait for my juicer to calm down. That sometimes when I give out of myself like that, it gets pretty heavy for me. It's like I'm giving out something that I know God is pushing me to say, and I can feel that heaviness. I can even feel the sadness on whoever it is that you're dealing with this. I can feel your sadness because God has come to set you free. He wants you to be free, just like in juicing. He wants our bodies to be free of the toxins and the abuse that we've caused it. But we didn't know. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. The details of what something may be doing to you. Please don't play with yourselves. Please don't do that to yourselves, and don't do it to your children. Don't allow your children to live in a fantasy life, lying to them, purchasing things because it looks good, but they don't have any substance. They didn't learn how to save their money to buy certain things. You didn't teach them about saving and investing. None of that. You didn't even teach them a good work ethic. You didn't teach them that they need to get up early in the morning and help you do the laundry, or help you to do the yard, or help make up your bed. Do your homework. That's your job. That is really your job. All that is preparing them for their future to be independent and yet interdependent while they're still under your roof. And they're learning to obey your rules so that it'll be easy for them when they become adults, that they go from your rule, your rules, to God's rule, to God's rules. You understand? Sometimes we don't get it. Sometimes we don't have the full counsel of God, and therefore we miss the point. The point is, we have a lot of work to do on ourselves. We can't work on somebody else. We can't do anything on anybody else until we do the work on ourselves. I can talk about things that I experience, and I can tell you what the result was when God walked me through those experiences. And I'm telling y'all, following him, doing things his way, it's the best life that you could ever have. I am not going to juice those last two pieces of pineapple because I knew that this fruit would produce a lot of juice. And so I am going to go ahead and put the pomegranates in, and I am going to finish making this juice. Again, pomegranates are a high antioxidant fruit, rich in fiber, rich in vitamin C. Will help with circulation. Remember, we want our blood to flow. That's what the high antioxidant foods and fruits and vegetables do. They help keep the blood circulating. Look at the color of blood, right? Not trying to be harsh or difficult, just trying to help somebody today because I needed help when I was living in that place that the enemy had me bound in my mind. And you know what? I'll tell y'all this too. It took me 5 years to get free from that fantasy. I call it an illusion. I watched a movie one time, and one of the lines in the movie was, illusions are dangerous people because they have no flaws. Sometimes when we want something that we think that we can handle, God's saying that's an illusion. That illusion that you have, it has no flaws. It has no flaws. You're living in an illusion. I don't know why God got me there today, but somebody needs to be set free. You're not going any further until you sit with God and get healed and delivered. And then after that, you have to go to God so that the residue of that fantasy will not follow you where you go. There's a perverted spirit tied into all of that. Perversion, demonic, all of that is tied together. God came to set you free today. Who the Son sets free is free indeed, if you want to be free. It's the same with the juicing. It's the same with taking care of your body. If you want to be free, you can be free. But if you want to continue to play with yourself, tell yourself that you're not big, you're not sick, this came from this came from that, I don't have to eat right, I don't have to eat clean, then don't. Stop watching these shows as of today. I thank you for watching up to this point. But if you want to continue to lie to yourself and think that what you're doing is some outside force, yeah, fantasy and all of that, that's demonically induced, but you're entertaining it. Obesity and sickness and disease, unless you take the necessary steps to take care of it, you'll continue. I wanted to live, and I still do. And that's why I had to change. Please, I'm begging you, come out of that stuff that you're in because it's serving you no purpose. And there we have it, guys. I'm going to get a spoon. I have a margarita glass today. This came from my sister Darylyn's house. My brother-in-law didn't want it, and I was like, okay, because it's in, a lot of stuff I do. I remember her with it, and because I'm sure if she were alive, she would be saying, girl, I wish we had known this before, because I could have been doing such and such and such. So I'm gonna take that froth off, even though it's not a lot of froth there, but I'm gonna take that off. Just that top layer of it. Some people say, no, your nutrients are there. Well, it might be. Ooh. All right, guys. I can see that was a pink grapefruit too. So again, the pomegranate and the pink grapefruit overpowered the yellow look at that. It's a pretty coral color. Or peachy color, right? I think that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that in I guess that's a margarita glass, y'all. I'm not sure. But just think, see, when I do my women's luncheon, then we'll probably serve our juice in glasses like this. But look, Oh my gosh, I see why they call this a refreshing drink, because the grapefruit has such a bitter taste, but you can taste the citrus flavor in the grapefruit, but you also taste that pineapple sweetness, and then you have that kick of pomegranate in the back. That aftertaste is the pomegranate. This is a wonderful drink, a wonderful juice. I love you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the kind of person that want to see you fail. People will watch you fail. People will watch you fall. People will watch you get big as a house and won't even tell you. check yourself. I'm doing this because I love you and I love me. But God loves us all and He wants us to be better. And how will we go and help somebody else if we haven't helped ourselves first? How will we go and help somebody else get free from whatever it is that they're dealing with if we are not free ourselves? I love you guys. Y'all have a great day and God loves you. Bye.